Hello. Abusiafo Ebraso say ye sign Asia bio. BW radio so. BW TV so. BWF Solicitors Facebook platform no so. BWF Solicitors LinkedIn platform no so. BWF Solicitors YouTube platform no so. If I'm also from point, you the community and the law. The community and the law ebaso memenda area bia 4 p.m. GMT. You see Ghana UK time pay let's just say abona 9 so Ghana. And at the top of the hour, wherever you find yourself in the world. I was for and then some komo. And komo ne come up na mijiri say ubinya some first. What did you was sitting more UK ha bra wo hwe say ubitimi ede wo busia ababa ka wonchen and ho wonchen wo UK ha. And also say wo regularize was sitting na ho enkomo no senia esi etie. Na ni nyina mu no de make and say frewbi na ekachire na say ebreno aso. The community and the law is airborne. Oracle Sufreport and BWF Solicitors in Penning 4 Edijumedie no airba. Na ene ye be share didikan yen nuggets and announcements na ye de beba and we train so ye de yen commodity ye de ba no ebeba. Commodity ene ye de ba no de ebisa ene say Article 8 a year family life of a parent. Say abofra ye ka ho asem na ugina no so bia de ye was sitting krata no. Say odi 18 na sa responsibility no na every so na say abofra ni di 18 den and now betimi dey. That's the main discussion we're going to have. But other things are coming up and all the rest, your questions, your concerns near there. Mr. say ebasa wo text and now WhatsApp. Fabre me e wo 07950 422780. Me siso 07950 422-780. Sebra no so na yakase fra number of no 07399 208 468. 07399 208 468. Article 8. Family life of a parent. Does it end when your child turns 18 years? A question me bisa. Na me kamfo e de amount say open ho answer open a application and na fe emremu nsem de obekere won se de obedi wanim akokot na why applications na e de amount. Na wo ko BWF Solicitors. Omo e wo 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road no North London. Where you Juma Monday to Friday every anopa 9:30 ekopim enumere 6 o'clock. What number ni 0208 493 7340. And I say the emergency number any time of the day will be to me afraid 077 127 61884. Say ebanum remudia Mrs. Sunameka with no excuse and with no apology. BWF Solicitors and a number 1. Moma afe yanko to wankra na yenhwe senia won dwumedie no ho enkomo no esi etie na yeba memma on some announcements bi aba efa covid ho sanso so na wo ye care workers wo outside of the UK na wo pese oba UK eba be ye adwuma kwan be so na betimi abo wo nuama na ba announce say wo ye organization kra na wo sponsorship lines kwan be na obefa so any other things right after these.
Ye fema ye wo London. Ya ji abasobodie bebre. Ne ya redare ewo mranse mu. Eye legal services, be to say family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary, any family law. Wo BWF die, yen solicitors edi enijie ene twitwaje wo na ye bo nso nya den kra. Yen partner penin pa Bernardo Wusu aye lawyer ewo UK memu bebru mfie duonu nkron 29 years. BWF Solicitors kura won ho. Inti se ba na ebusuansem bi te se child care eya abofrahwe mu awaregya ye ho twuma mentwe ene ohye ana injunction ye de to domestic violence so a ye ma legal assistance ya edimu na ye adwuma nso. Yen child care any family team no nim nia wo famu ewe ne ya wo brei mu enunti ne yeto ye mbo asema wafutu a esefata ewo kokoa mu. Yen senior partner obi a Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel agina tumu na osanso ye member na kyerese eba no se ye gina wachi etwitwaje ewo family any matrimonial cases ho a unni haw kra. Upe advice ewo immigration sensem ho. Wo BWF Solicitors die ye immigration team no abredare ewo general immigration ho nsemsem kosi complex immigration, work permit, student visa ho totoye, any entry clearance visas, family visas, ni appeals. Yen senior partner a member na wasagina tum ewo Law Society Immigration Accreditation Panel. Inti se taiwachi a wunni haw kra. Ye bie an office free juada ekosi fiada anopa non krompe mu ekosi enumre no nsia eye 9:30 am kosi 6 pm ena memene danso appointment nko free anopa nondu ekosi ewia no 9 eye 10 am kosi 4 pm. Your fourth floor ewo Anna House 214-218 Tottenham High Road, London N15 4NP. Sawun 93 Seven Sisters Underground Nswa eye kwantie bi. Yen senior partner Bernardo Wusu san ye barrister ya gina tumu na oye Ghana Bar Association member ena wasen gina se mranimfo ewo court cases ya efa Ghana law ho. Wa advising local authorities, official solicitors office ni solicitors bebree efa Ghanaian law ho yi na osan yo bia otai kasa ewo radio any TV so for Ghanaian law.
Yo abusia se enya enkra no ekoye no wahunu wate na migiri yesa wafa number no mami siso emma BWF Solicitors number no eye 0208 493 7340 and that's 077 127 61884. Bebacho ye madoye ye madum do it for everybody in the community. Say oba yen page no say YouTube, say Facebook, say LinkedIn. Bebacho woso na obi nso ensa enkabi. Put the link in all your platforms na fi yenhwe se amanfo nso ensa ebeka na fi waba beka ye ho dwumedie ho. Now continue to share. Last day unim sene ebinum enya mfaso ewo so yamadum sa na menso na yawadum bebre. And actually also so you can leave your comments on our Facebook page, a live chat and then segment hono. You leave your comment there, we'll pick it up, put it on the platform for others to also see. Nafi, yama lawyer, ayi, ano, edi amount. Sabra mika se mi wa kwame atajima, o she yen. So, and you lyrical black. Lyrical Black will say, good afternoon, Uncle Kweku and lawyer. Well, me enda lawyer no edi, inti me sure say we nyanya edi no. And actually also so more joining in YouTube and also edamunyina say we live on LinkedIn as well. BWF Solicitors. Yeah, I was saying me share me announcements na me fa Rebecca Mwako, good evening. Me da so joining in. There edi kan me mawo aye aware say uye obia uye care worker ewo wiase baby atichu Ghana from the 15th of February 2022 I buying I wo UK hana yen hye se wo ma ho kwan na wo mo a omo etimi eye care adwuma no obetimi free outside of the UK aba ye adwuma and nti se obi ewo Ghana wo nua obusuani bi ewo Ghana na obetimi eye care adwuma ka che say from the 15th of February a kwan da ho se obetimi afa the right procedure no so na fi about UK. The Home Office has now added the care workers to the list of standard occupational classification codes which meet the eligibility requirements for healthcare workers visa. The new SOC 6145 care workers and home carers would include care assistants, care worker, carer, home care assistant, home carer and support worker. I wo nursing home bia. Na senior isi etie no was say obi emma employment contract. The employment contract nipa no was say wonya sponsorship license if free Home Office. I have the pleasure to announce that BWF Solicitors etimi a year sponsorship license application no how can I do that? I am a nurse myself. Now then the 0208 493 7340 will be on the bottom of the screen to my right hand side. And unti shanon so say obefre BWF Solicitors 0208 493 7340. And no end hono mame ensign and muscle and show. So from the 11th of February 2022. If you have my chief 4 a.m. Emra S a war UK. Now we having this information courtesy of the British High Commission in Accra. Now the Omo Ekane say all testing requirements will be removed for eligible, fully vaccinated arrivals with only a passenger locator form. Inti se ufi UK Air Ghana uko drew hono you say war vaccines no me announce waji booster mpo ade aka ho. Se wawo me na uko drew all testing requirements will be removed. The here say war passenger locator form. And that is only the one that will be required. From the British High Commission Accra, another one, and so and say what the and share any announcement for Frobi Abba say all arrivals who are not recognized as fully vaccinated will only need to take a pre-departure test and a PCR test on or before day 2 after they arrive in the UK. Dishano Sosa and also Maya. And Ghana vaccine certificate, COVID-19 certificate, and so would they buy UK and any idea. So say the war can say the UK accepts COVID-19 certificates from 180 countries, including Ghana. And he say our vaccine, first one, second one, they say booster and crown, Matisse Ghana, or and he say, what name and say, you know, certificates will be accepted here in the UK. But I mean, one will say, Mr. Wa, men koye or more fake certificates is too quiet. People are doing all that. Omochewa, ubekwa them be a kai bone and ye asem kitwa. COVID no ababe di nya and unti I will say in your boy home by wo paniano. All the protocols follow them. Regularly 20 seconds under running water with soap. So face mask when you're in a public place. So say and you're mandatory wo UK papa. But Mr. on the public transport, whatever it is you have to wear. And you face masks, and yeah, bibia ebeda baby. And these are my announcements. But I mean, call Juada the BWF Solicitors at the brain, legal nuggets. No, na me boss me pasame kai was section so say a bit me about quiz no more. Na the worker any was say employees say obi ayafo adwuma na nipa no etua worker no. Or say you are protected by law from unauthorized payments being taken from their pay. Wages are defined as payments that are properly payable to the worker on that occasion. That is coming from Section 13.3 of the Employment Rights Act of 1996 here in the UK. The law on unlawful deduction of wages relates to underpayment or non-payment of an employee's wage or salary without permission or consent. Where unlawful deduction has occurred, you can bring an action, but within 3 months. You can bring an action, but within 3 months. And then, you must always send a grievance letter to try and settle it amicably, however. The types of wages that you can claim for include holiday pay, sick pay, and bonuses where you have either been paid or there have been deductions from your full earnings and entitlement where your employer had no right to deduct them from you. Inti akatua bi ewo ho a wo se ye de ema na afi ubehu u payslip ba ye na yatete ne ade ne nyina afiri mu a mesrɛ de ho dwuma. The work can was say where unlawful deduction has occurred, you can bring an action back within 3 months. Well, mami you if so na fe min court na min fa me nua pani and oba abeboa me ewo yen komo no mu na fe ode ne nim die ene ne sua hunu efri BWF Solicitors mu aba no na me beda na di actually achowe answer no Ebenezer Hope. Thank you very much, you live on with us. Ode sheba nana koku me yedede nso so wa joining ode sheba nyame insha. I hope say bibia ekoso kama. Olabode Oladele. Can't we have this program in English for the benefit of those who don't understand the Ghanaian language? Yes, we try, Ola. We try as much as possible to communicate. You see, all the questions and concerns are put up in English, and when our resource persons try to answer them, we mix up the language. But after that, what we do is to do a summary of the day's topic, and we put that up on our social media platforms. So you don't lose out much, but you still have the benefit of getting that. If you could send your WhatsApp number or whatever number that we can reach you on to our WhatsApp number, we will send you all those details, the videos and all the other things that will get you to benefit from the discussion. As much as possible, we will get that to you. The number is 07950422780. When you send it a text, we'll add you to our distribution group and we'll get that to you. So, Ola, thank you very much for raising the concern. Yes, we have you in mind, and BWF is for everybody, including myself and you. Okay, thank you. Okay, Sabre Muma Minfa Minia Penny lawyer Patrick Emra na fi menchiano na memana kwaba na fi senior emramu and community no media mebo so senior wo lay person no tie na ono na ebetire yemu la Patrick Fisher pa kwaba nso yeda so wo new year no nti ma master Fisher first
absolutely
na po mu to say
pacho nyame adom boko na mo
adom yeah adwuma mu so
kakrakra nyame guso hwe
nyame ho
oni edini so far so good
our brother Ola Bode Oladele, maybe you'd address his concern just briefly as I did, so he will be reassured. He sent a thank you, but at least that reassurance would do.
Well, we want to extend our greetings to our brother Ola Bode, and we're happy that he's on board, even though he seemed not to understand what we're discussing. And yes, still he's stuck with us. Yes. And so we're very grateful that he's chosen us. And what you've summed up is exactly what it is. That we try as much as we can to reach across all of the African communities and even beyond there as well. Because we know it's not just the African community that's listening to us, but we have Eastern Europeans and other nationals who really don't understand what we discuss, but we want to be part of the program as well. So to assure our brother, what we want to say is that we do wholeheartedly take in what is raised, and we'll try as much as we can to miss a match, even if it takes us, speaking a bit of Yoruba here and there. Why not? So, Baudi, Organi, Kilosha, so
I wouldn't try.
We hope he's well. So yes, we'll try as much as we can to mix it up for him.
Right. Yeah, well, in your Alexander. So Alex, thank you very much. And send me you can send in your text 07950422780. The topic we'll be discussing today, it's a family life of a parent. Article 8. Lawyer Bechiche say abofrano enya 18 years na etwemu na and I'll say to say. So as we said, you can send in your text and your messages to our platform, and of course you can also send us a text on 07950422780. Well, lawyer, now maybe sir, and as I'm making kind of get a mode my yang from the beginning of the week, say yatete bosomi akatua no kwan a wo feel say enye ne kwan so a eden na wo betimi aye, and as it were no kwan a wo be fa so a wo be ye no, this is what it is. Me pato send yesi kan no from a layman's point of view no sa enete, and not technically there's something else we need to know.
Well, I mean, it's very clear from what we've read, and it's wasamana app no. So we year juma. To start with, no, be an contract of employment, and then you say 0-hour contract aba. That contract of employment. So our contracts, amount terms are surround a jumana ya foul sebe,
Okay.
And those terms, some of them would include a ketua ibitua, any how often are ibitua, any the duration maybe be an. It's our contract, extra or holidays are whether or not say we are entitled to sick pay, whether or not say holiday between all of that, a contract. Until say only obiso sign contract, the expectation is you abide by that contract. So if you don't do that, now breaches our contract now, then the person would have a right to go and then challenge you in court. But before you even set out to go and challenge somebody in court, do they know say Oma committee any blunder until court challenging or court? So that is why who be here say even before you set out to do that, you raise the issue with Nipana what BB Ekano. Said by ya or no so at least obetimi I try say obe putu what is wrong on right. Say ekobase wanye sa dia, then they give you the course to pursue that further. And yes, say uye adwuma na bosome so a adwuma na waye no o expect say ibitua o sa adwuma no hoka. Nti waye adwuma 40 hours a week. O adwuma ewura no say uye adwuma 40 hours a week a metua £500 at the end of the week,
Okay.
Waye adwuma na wie end of the week about okohwe account to more
Sikano
yatiso send a woman £300. Okay, and then you ask yourself, but my contract no cross say me year juma at the end of the week, you buy me £500. The other thing the week we are my year, you me £300. Ebi wo ho a na enye boapayo. Ebi wo ho a eye systems na employers no ebi nim use. Intino eye enipaso se system na ankasa generate how a esese etua eye adwumayefo ka. Nti bi wo ho a na inputting of information na cover mistake about nti accounting problem sometimes. Ebi also so na eye boapayo ankasa, say nkofo bitimi esheda fa kwan bi so nyansa kwan so a ebia na ubehuna £20 a free so ubehuna £10 a free so ubehuna £5 a free so ubehuna £2 a free so. But bear in mind say nipa 1,000 any afọ moduma na every month bia obi pay a short by £2 a. If you tap it up, how much money
the company is earning
is
back.
taken off from your phone. And who be here say you be very vigilant. Now, unya o pay slipper, ube scrutinize pay slip no. Ema ejuma no ye no keke no ne enya wode. But ube scrutinize ehu se sebe the effort you put in to do the work no. Ehu aketua na eba commensurate it. Senti sadia. Then you have every right to challenge it.
So lawyer, there's this thing that probably people don't take note of. Say, when you are given an employment contract, you should take your time to read it line by line.
Well, absolutely.
So you know that, say, I'm entitled to X amount of money. Say, sometimes you will tax code in
Yes.
And also, then you have the right to raise it with your employers.
Absolutely. You know, enye pay no nko a. You find so be or your student. You know, we a student now wa school nyina wi a ban will find the means to claw back sikana or the ahwe.
That's right.
You know, so wo ye adwuma a ban the code no whether so ye 1 or 2 no e de ma wo employer no na employer no atisa sika no e de akoma ban. There are times they get it wrong. To be na ebia ne level no a level 2 I say a certain amount of money every month at the ban to cover a year student loan na wagino. Unso ebia na ohwa na employer na a mistake not to level 1. Piana level 1 also no you charge a lot more than every month bia no sika na ye till no e de ama a year student finance no e doso sinsene a year only student finance in hihie no esesenka yeto so wo anhwe na wan raise saade na ebekoso. The good thing is say your student loan na wutua more than you're supposed to be paying na normally when you raise that na wo a year evidence no ho o de ko student finance for they will refund back the money to you. So that's a good thing, but it is up to you to be able to scrutinize your pay slip to see, say, this is what is going on. Raise that with the employer and make sure that they've changed it from either 1 to 2 or 2 to 1. Sebeya, sikana ebeto at the end of the month, no, enkodo son sine.
There's this bit about the whole thing where you have to act within a period. Why 3 months?
Well, I mean, Oreku say ye jaito osana ya nyahu bibia. Then it means say obia betimi akọ for a long period of time. No, I come back to say okay, employer team is say afi na maba me ba. So that time limit no ewo ho. Say na be ya ubetimi take action in time. So say we na atoa ube take the necessary action no in time. Say be ya audible resolve na ankotwe ho. Na emom no they are buying ehwehwe ne say ansa na obeye saa no kra no. Only a year employer na we sa asem no akasa. So we raise the concern no. We raise the friend grievance said the old boss no. Because ejuma bia wo a year the grievance mechanisms are wahye de ato a se bibi hawo enye akatua nko a ejuma mu kra na bibi enkoyi na hawo ubetimi afa saa kwan no so to resolve saa issue no at home and sana akwabonten. Nti what try to resolve it na anye yie no enu achiri ansana se wo de call abonten a then you hunu say what try will best why you necessary obeye we go through the grievance process no ebia we call 1 meeting, 2nd meeting, 3rd meeting there has been no resolution. Nti no maybe eduni de akodu say independent party ebetimi atenemu na wa adjudicate na odi yie atui. Normally you inform ACAS for, and then ACAS will try and step in to see that they will resolve the matter. So when Timia resolve, they will give you a certificate to indicate, say, you might try and come resolve, and then you apply to the tribunal to get your case resolved.
Well, very interestingly, I'm getting messages. This one is from Israel. Sayed Nasiruddin, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate that. And I have Ola Bode who sent in his number, Ola. I will add you to the WhatsApp group and later in the program, I'll bring your question up for lawyer to answer. He wants to know more about the King Senior Zambrano case that we discussed last week.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'll be so at the voice note, but yes, at the right time, I'll pick that one up and we will look at that in detail. But the discussion is around what happens when you are the parent of a child through Article 8 and you've used that for say obey on kratani adia. But finally 18 years doesn't mean say SAR status no and say at the same. Yeah, well, live at BWTV, so we're live on BW Radio. You're live at BWF Solicitors Facebook and BWF Solicitors YouTube and LinkedIn as well. I want to announce the line again: 079 50422780. That's for our text and WhatsApp. Then when you want to call, it's 07399 208 468. Inuya Ansa Sheffield, thank you very much for inviting most of our Nigerian friends to join us. Wow, I find that very impressive. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, Ian spread the uncle. Well, lawyer, yeah, no, sir, no, let's come to our topic and ask. Say, you can say Article 8. Family life of a parent. If we take more my an Article 8, no, yeah, human right, how does it affect family life of a parent? A day in the Mijina Suama Article 8 and me abuame before probably we move to what happens beyond that period.
Right. So thank you, Oreku. Senior Yenina Yenimno. Article 8 no international law and international law no it protect yenina yen fa hodia ye wo a ye betumi e de achichire ebusua na yetumi etnase as private individual or baby a aban bia intimi interfere with that without any justification and as a legal cause. And you know, say what's right now, the SSC who say sa family life no ewo eye ekukua obetimi ejina so akase ye wo family life.
Okay.
Nti ebia waware. Nti wo ware a one ohukani no mabenya anyonkofa sa article 8 we no e protect him family. A familial relationship into protected sa ade no.
Okay.
Sa so na ebia uyo obi a wawoba nti wo so ne wo ba no mo wo sa eye abusuafa no nti emrai e protect no eye UK aban e na ede ne nsa akohye sa emrai ase se yesoso ye ka ho ye bagye atom de emra no ka no ye bagye atom. In fact omo na ye the first country amongst the rest now, so far, no, we've transposed this into our own domestic law. You say Human Rights Act 1998, no, abeka yen yemra kuninia yedi ye juma no.
Okay.
Intino yajia tum se yebe bo eye ebusua ho ban. Ti ye bo ebusua ho ban a ebusua eye obi ni kunu obi ni yere ana obi ne mpana omatenase for a long period of time. In fact, say immigration rules no be a watenase for 2 years. Last week na ye kan one in a relationship akin to marriage, you know. You who say a relationship because it was a ingredients ni nyina ewo nti ye hu no sa so na onu wabusuate ana say it was situation na obi ye foster child wakọ bia foster care na oteho sa relationship no so no ye hu no say a familial relationship obi wo ho a ya adopt no enye sa de ya mo kan no you de we a proper adoption nti ya adopt ama waba krom ha so moment I be adopt no e be kai him say senior partner e be discuss adoption, you know, in a very lengthy process. Nti no wa cheche ni nyina mu say uwie sa process ne pa nipa na wa be adopt no wa be o parent an sa nti yesesa din kra ma odin ni din be hye so e ma o to be hye so on na ye parent. Nti say ba sa abusua we nyina no ye hu wo mo say omo ye abusua human rights acts no any senior European Convention no etieno e bonu nyina ho ban enye no nko ne protected it protected o correspondence nti bia o letters eba no una owo so tumi nti obi antumi embie so keke enne de ye hwe no in particular no enye those ones the ye in particular no eye relationship eye between yemfa ne say awofo ne enkwala.
Okay.
And
so okay, me do want to see let's just say, well, I don't want to jump the gun, but on your collab you are in protectors
exactly. So that is why we are going to look at this.
Okay.
Because it's very important. Say you bet me at here. Say me name me ba wofie na me ba no say be ebia ono na magina no so e de aya application bi. Na ene saa kola no wabenya 18 years emra no ma me ho kwan se mitumi ekoso ye application based on saa akola na. And that is our key question. And untina esese yehu because bebre na your application ebia sabre no akola no e di 18 na say the situation e be different. You will be so yenim say Zambrano for ebinim to be beside the question say me ba no say I will do more than 18 no still now no betimi aye my application na.
That's right.
So very important say you betimi yi sa questions ya no. Then we put to bear all of these concerns now. Yenim say a war a nkofo etrim no. Yes, oreku say ubenya 18 say oya application na wo British citizen child the friend or a qualifying child na enye British but to be or settled e okroma obi a yaba no leave to remain under the EU settlement scheme and yenim say ye do mu nyina kan a definition of a qualifying child under section 117D no ama omu nyina ba be kan. It is a obi a wo saa tibia nim na wo ba a oye qualifying child yenim say emra no ma wo ho kwan e ma utimi gina saa kwala no so eye application to remain in the UK. Right. Okay. Inti say oye saa application na ye ba 2.5 years and then say ebia bibi nti no ompesa wo switch to 5-year route na wo the 10-year route as a parent. Inti ye bu no tot every 2.5 years bia no na ya ma bi na what was so akopim say ubedi 10 years. Yeah. So that is what it is. But say who was route no so na what was na akwala na bedi 18 years na mom unwie o cycle na then the question is are you still able to apply for sa leave no to continue and to remain here with sa akwala because bear in mind say wo yen ye UK yen hihie mu no sa akwala di 18 na ye hu ni say wabeye penny
adults. Yeah, so the person makes his or her own decisions.
Absolutely. Okay. Inti so wabeye penny dia na ene obeden etimi agina no so na odeye sa application because then the expectation is say why any penny dia na ebia or born bra but enye sa na etie because you were cases are aba you look at this very particular scenarios now you say aso sa relationship we etimi raise the family life na say akola no edi more than sa 18 no so a ekwan ben so na ebetimi afa e be kire say even though we di more than 18 no still no sa familiar relationship no wo ho a article 8 no in terms of making an immigration application. Ebetimi abono ho ban.
That's right.
Now you have case bi a your friend no Asfar Udin a court of appeal case by in 2020 and we looked at this very particular issue. Now Asfar Udin no akwala bi a waba krom ha na wabeyira obi hu no na ofa no na obeye ne carer as a foster child na onenete okoya application na you refuse because say na omiti eye nhihye na ye dia gu ho say obenya ne leave no. And you know there was the issue to do with whether or not say the foster parent na onenete no onene wo eye family life ana even though sa time no na akola we did 20 years.
Okay.
So we did 20 years akola ye bisa say onne ne foster parent no any foster parent na kasa biological children omo ye British citizens oni wo eye ebusua na say omo wo ebusua dia na emra no ehwe no in a different way. So the court discussed that, and the question the court was to answer and say obi sabi odu ne mpani mfie so a odu ne mpani mfie so a na sa ne mpani mfie so na wadu no na eyi ni free tibia ye beka say oka ebusua bi mu ana.
Okay.
So the court would have to answer that. Now, to answer that question, court no ebu enkompo kohwe omachi because na bibisa aba omanim pen in the case na your friend Singh. Singh 2016 no, and also court no here similar situation. Now more say obi edusa ne mpani fie no so a na afi no we lose sa article 8 family life with a year ne busuafo ana. Now, in that particular case, saying there, they're not court in the air can say, no, say obi do nimpeni fie so a, na no nchire say automatically no, waba ye penia and intino we lose the family life with the parents. There be.
So how do you prove that?
Exactly. Intino to go back to Asfa Udin there, after they've gone back to review sa 2016 decision. Then the court went on to say, indeed, say nipa no edi more than 18 then say ye ka say oni obi ewo family life enye saa keke ne ye ka no a matter of fact. Into no as say ye hwe the circumstance no surrounding saa asem na ye ka no say indeed family life no ewo ho ana e den na be me say family life ewo ho. Say family life no wo ho a de Asfa Udin e kan say you better say family life or what? Na it's say uhu say at least say akola ya ye kan ho asem. He is still or she is still cohabiting with a ye nipa ya o gina no si omotifie baako. This child is not leading an independent life on own relationship.
Okay.
There. Then bibia wo ho say onu omo family life. So even though akola na di 18 still odaso ne omame ne opapa ene tifie baako. Omame ne opapa ene toaduane ma ne di. Omame ne opapa ene provide shelter. Inti se ebia okọ school kura na oba sa efie hobi note. Inti so tifie hobi dia then as a matter of fact no there's a familial relationship. Inti no article 8 no right now parents no wona omodi agina no so and I said the single free
Okay, so let me understand it from this point to say Article 8 provision ebetimi and when abofra na 18 but say familial relationship na embreki by reason say abofra has moved out, he's formed his own quote unquote family outside. And yeah abusiano na hwe no emma na shelter nyomo na toaduane ma ne die. Even though Biano has started Juma, it might be contributing to the family budget kakrano. Still, relationship no ewo.
Yeah.
So then you can't say we're breaking that link no.
Yeah.
Until we're 40 years crown won't break it. Still, the parents can rely on that person.
Well,
to make that
yes, technically yes, because so to send you Udin case in the kind cohabitation.
Okay.
Cohabitation. So cohabitation no. Ni titiade ni tintimu nyina ne se nipa yi woni no na esan bom mo wo tibia ba akomu nti edan mu ha na ye nyina yete ha na yedidi ha na ye sori ha na ye da ha na ye nyina ye dware ye bibia nti yetena bia ne ha we live here as a family unit.
Okay.
Nti say we live here as a family unit there na nipa we only di any independent life there then we see it say there's a family life going on. So regardless of ebia nimfia wedi no you who say relationship no eda so ewo honom. Now there are times court no be kase there because ebia nipa no kra no enye mo ne neti otine baby fufuro or born bra. It is born bra there. Then how do you say ebia one neti? In the case yama first 2.5 years nipa one neti e na wo ye application. Even so we di 18 no kra na mo wo ho a sa application ubetumi ato akoso aye. The reason being say o share application ase no na onyendi 18 no ene ye de to sa route no to nti ubetimi ato aso aye application na kopem say ubewie sa route no it is the same thing that applies to enkwala almost so no yɛmfa ne sɛ ne parents ebia ɔmo gyina ɔmo qualifying child so edinya 2.5 years na akwala no onibi ɔyɛ Ghana nti ɔno so no based on saa abusua no yɛ ma no 2.5 years ne bi wabedi 18 saa akwala no still na no obetimi am making application because on formal independent life because on one establishing your own family on near busuanity or to akoso no obetimi a continue no why an application no yes e bonu nyina ho ba e wo situations bi wa eno so be ka say bi a obi ni nua enete nti se wo nua keke ene ete a eno no e resist family life ma utumi gina no so eye bibia. It's not always the case. Okay. It's the court na aka say family life now it goes beyond emotional ties.
Okay.
Until say me ni nua na te e bia me nua no ntino me gina no so kekesa no it doesn't work like that. Into Kugatas as ye sa case you nyina abono tofa e dia man say it goes beyond that. Until nya sa no akeke. Your case be your friend a J Priscilla. Now obesrane papa e wo UK.
Okay.
Obesrane papa any ne stepmother omo British citizen nkwala omo do omo mpani fie so but omo wo fie still and obesrane papa no. Now wa baby pen and okoye and o san aba. Okoye no see and wa form the relationship e wo Ghana ono ano wa wo ba wo. The Obeba back again. Now I work on do be 2 months and I apply so Obeba UK. Court no refuse home office for refuse no. And a call a year first year and a first year ally a call upper tier into no omo transina omo bobo asem no. Now the first year no did not allow the appeal no on the basis said on ne papa no e family life.
Okay.
Okay. And the reason is that so no akola even though yes in the round of Article 8 the way I couching no any what it is for no say sa na ye hwe no then o hwe no sa literally then yes more family life because mo ye abusia. However for immigration purposes no say ye hwe dia na ye de another lens na ye hwe nti ye hwe say wo sa akolai wo establish independent life wo ankasa no sebe o maame o papa e na omo hwe sa na tie dia na o ye application ye be hwe no from that angle no nti no sa appeal no being allowed no, was not on the basis say why establish family life but on the basis say the first year tribunal no felt say ono ankasa mu no omitting all of the requirements no.
Okay.
Thank you. Say man of visa no ba. Na emom no entry clearance officer bi na ni team ordained no one fact visa no. Man.
Lawyer, there's this question that's being bandied around. Say I'm a friend now when you're 18 no. By dint of Sebia where we university and now say oh, my share my girlfriend, you too, you're baby. But can that young person or child or young adult give the consent to say, my papa, my mommy, or my parents still can rely on me? I still give my consent because I'm an adult now. So I still give my consent, say, they can rely on me to do the application because I have my family ties with them. I'm asking this because for some reason, Home Office for so you refuse to because akolano kra were too fear free. Na the application na and nam so and thought a yebu man ni ekodauti no ni ade. Can the child who has turned 18 and beyond give an input into the application to say I still require say these are my parents and they need to be given?
Well, yes, so your application be yes, so on kwala omodi omumpeni na more family life. Yes, of course, they can write a supporting letter to support your application. Say indeed, yeni mami, yeni papa and tifi, even though made more than 18, still now no, you was a relationship na or na share me on the bia mami. Yes, me supporting letter, me they can say yes, so no wo krum ha, ebe boa me mpeni yemu. obetimi ahwe me se ne metimi etutu manamo mabra bomu omo amene ombesan ni nyina no even though amedi 18 no obetimi aboa me saa yo no nyina mu nti mesere se ye ma no ne assistant no but se ne yedi kan first no se o first 2.5 years no omodema on the basis say na a qualifying child. Then sa route no so na onam to the end say
engine film someone to you have completed
until you completed sa route no say obekwa wie sa route until wie sa route na then na wafa different channel opeso ofaso. Yeah.
So I think we're joining we're still live on the program The Community and the Law. Lawyer Patrick BWF Solicitors adwuma wo boy ma EU questions no ano and until the yebisa and the Article 8 provision, family life of a parent, does it end when your child turns 18? If you have made an application prior to the young person becoming 18 and you're on that 10-year route or whatever route, you will still continue in there. And as I asked prior to this summary, I asked whether the young person or the child or the young adult can have an input to your application. Yes, can write a supporting letter to support whatever you're doing. Or text message in the Meji 07950422780. And I say you can call in on 07399 208 468. Matilda Sante, thank you for joining us. Yausu, you are online. Thank you. Tilly Duma, Nana Sapon, thank you. Asari Yabua, Nana Boateng, Richie Ade Menu, thank you for joining. I see you. Sarah Pinzo, also I see you. Joecha Kusi, I just say. Dorcas Adom is on, and Dorcas is saying, good evening, Lawyer Patrick and Brakweku. Thank you for watching, Dorcas. Comfort Osborne, you're also online, and Afrimpon, welcome. Edmond Yaboa, Thompson Abrokwa, Sam Kwesi Ando. I'm still waiting for you, Sammy. Amma Insha Dimitrova, thank you for joining. KD, Charles, thank you. Ramsid Brew, and Abna Tivo, you won a second t-shirt, did you? Okay. Professor Ade is here, so don't worry. That will be taken care of. Yausu is saying, can you touch a little bit on tax return and how to go about tax return? Okay. Yeah. When we get to the question time, a lawyer would attempt an answer to that. Akosia Patton, so say, thank you for joining. Keep sharing the page, spread it out, and get people to join us. Brayedi and Komo, and my good friends from Sheffield, the Nigerian community that have received the links to join us. God bless you. Thank you so much. We love your contributions. Lawyer, I miss a question back. Kuna minfa and Sana Madani. Okay. This one is about the Nuggets. No, maybe. Okay, let me ask this question. I'll come back to that because it will take us a bit out of our line.
Right.
Now, this issue of, say, about finally 18, you are on the 2.5, second one, third one, probably going to your fourth one. Would there be any reason why they would not renew it for you, apart from the fact that you are 18 years and beyond? I'm asking because Sebia. No, automatically the Bema because we rooted so that intimate new influence. But could there be a reason why they would take it away from you?
Well, of course, yes. So your Mao live on the basis of family life. Okay, so as you can tell, no, senior ya couch no, and I senior ya canon no. Your Mao on the basis of family life with Aqualano. So therefore, sa family life no any hobby modia, then you are not expecting say another leave. Okay. Because the only basis in tia the no because over family life with Aqualano. Inti so what to sa Aqualano asaram. Okay. Now on them na nyawo na wo born ho bra nyawo na wo hwe no dia. Then you cannot go back to say yeah mao another 2.5 years on the basis family life with Aqualano. How could you possibly evidence the fact say only Akwala wato nasaram wetu na jeje mu no e family life enti no so wohwe omo ye direct access application na usually no ye kasa ebia oti baabi na a qualifying child and you are relying on that child to apply for leave to remain in the UK. What UK ehwehwe say okasa oni akola no family life. It is not just sending money through the bank and all of that, but they are looking beyond that into what you do for the child. Ebia okosra no okoboa no na de yemu ni suku komuni ni bibia okohwe yesa niema ni nyina. So they are looking at all of those things. Ebi krana aklan we din penny fee so and I say we do a certain level of oko school inti ebia utimi kokra eko de koko school and I say bia de ko GP. So you are really playing a role in the child's life. And then maame na ebia oni ne wo ba na papa na oni ne wo ba no so no atro a supporting letter to support say indeed Brian Menu, yes, even though ye ni ho no or playing a role as a father. Intino obahampo ebia obedware akwala no anase obefano de nuko school mame so mitimi enya kwan etimi eyema ade anaso se ebia ono kra ye pon school a ono na sa akwafa no ba nti oye sa nima nyina bi ona school su kra atro letter de kan oh Brian menu ye nim ne pa ya de nete ha ne se e bodon ani no wadu ha nti school no so atro sa de kan e de ama e de support sa eye supporting letters no any statement na ya chocho no ni nyina no eye adansidi a ede bua wasem no ede asinipi se ampa se oni akola ye wo family life. Okay. Nti se ye ma waseta na eno so na ye gina ne de ama. And that is why nkofo struggle when ebia parent na eye oni akola no wo ho no se ko ba se obu pull plugs ne pe na a problem because then you have to go through a very, very lengthy process, go through the courts and all of that to be able to establish that indeed only akwala no family life. Because obi a polyplox no. It's supporting letter also on family. GP also so be able to near you udin free because enya ho na onko. School also so udin ni ho. Into why na be throw letter no dey amount e dey dance say ampa even though I won't take if you hey only yembo brand still ano only oba no e family life yeah e be yedin unless we call court na wa koje court order to say indeed ya arrange say bia wo tumi hu be twice a day or 3 times a day or to be spend the weekend or but e bia on the papa nete e bia on the mama nete nti no wo saa to me no na court no so wasre no ma court no etimi e di a piece of say yes ubetimi dia court na akoye your application to the home office so society there then yes indeed you'll be able to do that but then you are really stuck until there's other ways ubetimi move forward yeah.
Okay. I'm going to activate the phone lines now so you can start calling and I'll be taking your text messages and the rest of it. First of all, I'll start with the one from my dear friend Ola Bode. And Ola is asking, please can you add me to your WhatsApp group, which we have done, as to partake in the expose from your organization. I want to know more about the Zambrano Akin-Saya case that was discussed last week. And you continue to ask, who can benefit from it? That's our brother and the question he brought in when I deferred. Who can benefit from the Akin-Saya case? What it is? What has the court said?
Right. So the Akin-Saya case is to do with primary carers and in general carers of British citizen children in the UK. So if you're somebody who has a child who is a British citizen and you've looked after this child for 5 years and more, the decision in Akin-Saya is that you are able to apply for indefinite leave to remain. Okay. That's if you've looked after this child for over 5 years. Now, the reason why the Akin-Saya case went to court was that Madame Akin-Saya was on the 2.5 years, was on the Zambrano route and then switched to the 2.5 years route. And after 5 years of looking after the British citizen child, wanted to apply for indefinite leave to remain under the EU settlement scheme Appendix EU, and was refused. Was refused on the basis that she already has leave on the 2.5 years, and so she should follow that route to settlement.
Okay.
So she raised a concern with that, and the lawyers were not having that, because the Zambrano right itself is not to say that because you are on one route under the domestic immigration rules, you're not able to come back to that right which you have. So the court deliberated on that, and they agreed with the Home Office on their interpretation of the European Union law, which basically is that if you're on some sort of leave already, then indeed the question of whether or not, when the Home Office says you should leave the UK, your Zambrano child will follow you, is not correct. So indeed, we know that if you're on leave, then when the Home Office asks you to leave, your Zambrano child is not going to follow you to where you're going, because you have some sort of leave. So that's fine. However, they don't agree with the Home Office's policy that if you're on some sort of 2.5 years leave, some of whom have been compelled to follow that route because they applied initially under the Zambrano principle and were refused and told to go and apply for 2.5 years leave to remain under the domestic law because they qualify for that route as well. The court doesn't agree with that, because already we know those who are carers of Zambrano citizen children can apply under the EU settlement scheme for leave to remain. So they can be granted 5 years leave to remain under the scheme. So if that is the case, then the court's position is that the Home Office's policy in setting aside those who are already on the 2.5 years, even though they qualify under the Zambrano route, is more or less discriminating against those people. So if you allow those who haven't reached the settled status level to be able to apply under the same scheme, then why are you discriminating against those who qualify for settlement? So the court has said the Home Office can go back and put their house in order and change the policy so that it will affect all of these people and catch out all of them so that they can apply for indefinite leave to remain, indeed, if they reach that level. And the position is that even though your leave to remain under the immigration rule is there, soon as it expires, you can revert back to your right under the Zambrano principle, because that right doesn't go away. So each time your 2.5 years leave under the domestic law elapse, you can basically go back and rely on that. And that right is more or less automatic because it's there. Once you have the British citizen child, it kicks in. And the good thing is that in the case of Sana, we saw that even if you've not even applied for anything to start with, but then you've looked after this child for that number of years, 5 years and more, then you would qualify straight away for indefinite leave to remain because the child is a qualifying child. So that's what the court has said. And it is really for parents who are living together as primary carers, and maybe they're on the 2.5 years because they were forced to make an application under that route, or you are a sole carer, so you're the only person who is taking care of this qualifying child, a British citizen child, and so you can make that application. Bear in mind, if the other parent is in the UK and has settled status, the person's got British citizenship, then you would be failing if you did that, because then the court, the Home Office will say, well, if we ask you to leave, not necessarily the child is going to have to follow you back to your home country, because there's another parent who is settled and can equally take care of the child. So what you'll be looking to do is that you are the sole parent who has sole parental responsibility, care, and upbringing for the child. So maybe the other parent is abandoned their responsibility and left the UK entirely, cannot be found anywhere. They've probably gone back to their home country, living in another country, and the rest of it. So all of these people would be able to make the application for indefinite leave to remain if indeed they've looked after the child for 5 years.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. The lines are active. Your text message, your WhatsApp messages are welcome now. You can send a voice note. I'm going to play Obi at the SCC, a voice note by Inia Bako Ede Efri Ghana and a buy. Prof, Yenti Sawi.
Hello. Good evening. Please, I saw an announcement that in the UK from the 15th February they are hiring social workers or health workers, and I wanted to know if I could apply for it, though I'm a university student, and will there be any complications because my parents are abroad?
Okay, Laura.
Well, so I think this gentleman is asking a question about the forthcoming carers route on the shortage occupation list. So, my dear brother, no. The fact that your parents are here should not be a stumbling block to you applying to come to the UK to work. Now, you'll be coming here on your own merits. Now, what you're looking to do is to make an application through a care home or a care agency who has been given a sponsorship license. So that's your first port of call. Once you've been able to secure a role, then the employer will give you what is called the certificate of sponsorship. That basically details your role, how much you're going to be paid, and all of the rest of it. Now, once you get that, that is what you're using to make your application online. Bear in mind, you would have to sit and pass English language level B1 to be able to do this application. Apart from that, there's not much required of you, if you'd like. What you probably want to find out is that, well, when I come to the UK, if I don't have anybody here, how am I going to survive for maybe the first 4 weeks when I'm working and haven't got my first paycheck? Again, if you have somebody living here, then of course, indeed, you can say, well, I'm going to be living with my parent for that period of time until such time when I'm paid my first wages. But if that is not the case, again, the employers can arrange and say, well, if you come to the UK for your first 4 weeks or first month, we'll be taking care of you and provide your spending money, accommodation, and all of the things that you would need to make you settle in until such time when you get your first paycheck. If that is the case, that's absolutely fine and acceptable by the Home Office as well. So that all can be done, and it is not dependent at all on your parents being here or a family member being here. You're coming on your own merits, having applied through an agency and having been employed by this agency which got a sponsorship license to come to the UK. So that's the basis on which you'll be coming to the UK.
Okay. Obi at the text message every Milton Keynes or say, hi, I'm watching from Milton Keynes. Can you touch a little bit on tax returns and how to go about it? At times you ask about your pay and how they deduct stuff from it. Now, if a good explanation be tax returns and all of deductions.
No, so Obi can't about tax return. Now, nipa no can't about immediately what comes to mind is nipa no Obi or self-employed person. So we have self-employed person who need PAY so into wo tax no wo any accountant and a more tenase ahwe senior usika no bae no ekwan e fa so bae ne de wudi sika na ye na wabu hu nkonta na wo wi a wo de akwa akoma aban eno ne mfa obi a yafa na adwuma mu ho obi a yafa na adwuma mu de employer no na wakatua na eba no wasese na de esese oyifrim na ode koma aban no wate afrim de akoma aban se one na antini yi a etoda utimi tua ema no broso se wantini yesu so a etoda utimi tua ema no bafom ne nyina mu no aban hmasi betumi de sasika no asa abra wo back se watua ama na broso a se wantua ama na anso a note hmasi enkoji sika no emfiri adwumaru ana wantini yi no so obeba abaji sasika no afiri wo ho nti wo na obetua sasika no back e de ama hmasi se bibinti na ebia tax code na employer no use no enye corrector na ebia waka na ntiase anya adwuma yes, ubetimi afra HMRC direct. Now only omaka say be a tax code na was no into ne be a year more because for instance, e be a na ye de what to be a no a emergency tax code. Now normally no woma e be a or adwuma ba ko ha or another job or ha ni nyina no etua no a substantial amount of money into no or go over the tax record your friends and brackets no into na ya to e wa ha na to wa ha na the account to make sure that you are paying the correct tax. Until say, oh yes, nipa na. Then yes, so wow, if you was sitting na sa netie dia, na who say would you sa tax na. Then you know that's what it is. But say yes, sa netie na when who say emergency tax code be ewo pay slips and so on. Then you can raise that because it be aba say obi ewia wa identity any bia or the year adwuma or baby a onya aware. So raise here no na. Then HMRC could possibly investigate to find out at the intina or BR so na ye to tax bra o ye ebia adwuma ba ko so say to sa Tesla.
Okay, nti many awode sa tax na buy no raise it with your employers na yenhwe senior no so see at here. We say I've been giving 2.5 years in the UK, but I have indefinite leave to remain. Can I apply for the British book?
So that's a bit confusing, but I suppose what this person wanted to ask, is that they've got indefinite leave to remain and looking to apply for British citizenship. If that is the case, then that's absolutely fine. However, we need to make sure that you meet all of the requirements. So, i.e., since you've been given or you've been granted indefinite leave to remain, have you lived in the UK for a year if you're not somebody who is married to a British citizen person? So if that is the case, then that's one, you take it. You have done your English language at level B1 at least, and you've done your life in the UK test as well. Unless otherwise you're exempt. So for instance, if you're 65 and above, then you'd be exempt from doing the exams. Or if you have any particular issues to do with health, which basically, stops you from taking the exams, then you'll be able to obtain a comprehensive medical report from your consultant to say, yes, indeed, because of your health issues, you're not able to take the exams because maybe you are somebody who is dyslexic, and so you can't even, take in information, let alone process it and then give it out. So yes, you'd be exempt on that basis as well. So yes, if you meet all of these requirements, including your residency requirement, then yes, you'll be able to make your application for British citizenship by applying for naturalization. Bear in mind, if you have any criminal history or criminal past, you need to declare all of those things as well.
Obi so ebisa or say you bet me a topic be to say age consent in the UK to raise legal awareness of young Ghanaians failing in the temptation. Ghanaian brothers found themselves in at Scotland. Well, I don't know the situation, but maybe age consent can be appeal or Scotland. I don't want us to have time to discuss that.
Well, I mean, there's a video circulating around on social media about one of our Ghanaian brothers who apparently wanted to, as it's been alleged, have some sort of a sexual relationship with a minor. And as you can appreciate, in the UK, this is not allowed. Thing, yeah. And so,
serious criminal.
Absolutely. So it was caught on video by somebody, supposedly the parent of the child, and was confronted. And text messages that had been, gone back and forth between, as it's been alleged, himself and the child were put before him. And he kind of, if you'd like, accepted that indeed he sent those text messages, but then didn't have the intention to have any sexual encounter with a child, but then just wanted to be friends with the child. So that's what's happened, and that's what's going rounds at the moment on social media, and that's what I suppose this caller is just referred to. So yes, we all know that if somebody is below 18, they can't decide for themselves. So,
observant and
yeah.
watching the program. Now, somebody sent me a video and a link be showing the story I was talking about. I said this week I've been very absent.
Absolutely. Yes.
Barry, thank you very much for your link. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Minia and St. Jones, so thank you for your links from Sheffield. Sure. Over to your friend 07399 208 468 07399 208 468. And I'll send a WhatsApp voice note and I'll text my WhatsApp message, to the number 07950 422 780. 07950 422 780. Lawyer, me will voice note back. Let me just plug it in.
Half years, but me will indefinite stay to remain. And I mean, say, meet him up.
I'm starting. I'm saying, Nipa, they
testing by. Yeah, I think so.
Let's see what you have. Somebody's call has just come through. Okay. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. Voice he said voice note.
Yes, exactly.
Is it the same person that's called? Okay. But you.
Okay. Me pacho. Person me busa say like. Me pacho. What me kasa?
Yeah, to kasa pa ako.
Oh, okay. Me pacho. One time person busa say like na lawyer kasa no o kasa about the say. Idea like say.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Oh, okay, sorry. Enti, President Busa say, Idea yeti uye ejuma tour. Na me fan say yeti tax ewa ha ni yeti ha say ya. In this case, I also say like. Offer home office, emo mo hu say bia we adwuma mienu na tax no moti no a right tax omoti.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me take the question as so home office FR tax deductions at home. And I was saying,
well, yes.
Employer and tax
yes.
office what I know.
Yes, and home office and you want to tax, unfortunately. And unfortunately, so I'm going to tax so we are like I said, yes, HMRC for and or tax no, but o tax na nkasa no HMRC di 2 million share o employer nsa nti ono na yede o tax code amano sa tax code no any determine how much tax so we were near esese yetil. I think at the moment tax bracket is about is it 11,003 or something nti after a no na the ube any after that bia no employer no be hwe na wa work out how much tax esese utua on nti obia so wo tax bracket no ye wo 20% for and you 40% for and you 45% for nti depending on how much we when no na ye the wash sa box no back pum nti say who any more than the 20% for no earn na even though adwuma mienu na then bear in mind say you are gradually moving into the 40% tax bracket no nti e bia adwuma ba kutua 20,000 another one to 20,000 e kabuma 40,000 nti say 40,000 there na ye till tax na esa tax na ye till no ene omo the higher threshold of bracket eno no yepe nti we expect say adwuma mienu nso no ye till tax on one of adwuma ni mienu no ye till tax e wo ba ko no ye beto tax no e wo ni mienu no nyina so amana kan bo nti ye best say wo ye adwuma mienu a obetimi abo o employer no amane na wahu kwan a obefa so obetimi ato the correct tax ama tax nako but so wan kan kire adwuma yeko mienu na obi anim se adwuma baako na wo ya HMRC de onim nti onim ni nti no obe set up emergency tax sa tax no na wadwuma mu for first one no and as second one no ode betew nti be say each time bia no obeba no na ya tew e bia boom na won te ase but it's because why you who say bia
why also church was added and maza anyasa
Why not? It's so
Yeah, me bacho.
Tax level no.
Level.
Employer no so chichi mu say.
Oh,
tax level ni ana say.
No, and you were Jumairu necessary. Instead, the information is there information in an answer 10 times. So, you just check for yourself. And I say, oh yeah, Juma, you know which bracket or fall in, depending on how much income. As I say, say more tax because if you know tax because they don't even earn above 11. Yeah, it is any above that. Even though Juma we were how Juma you may not even pay 1 penny at all in tax. But I wanna who say okay, may any say into me tax threshold way and answer me any 100,000 me 45% bracket any the air cost ubeti me hu nyina oko online just before the public oko online your site to be taxman listen to the taxman nti uko we listen to the taxman na e ba ubeti me edit or pay slip no between the figures work it out how much you've paid in national insurance, how much you've paid in tax, how much your ABR your friend is saying yato student loan how much yato and what bracket yato for either 2 or 1 such say be yato pensioner to the figures we working out how much unyaye and how much we take home near. Say bia answer, then there's a problem because sometimes there's a little bit of tweak difference. Be about 1 penny, £1, 1 penny, £2, and as small. Say bia you're okay there, then that is just the small differences are ubetimi. But yes, I say a bia a year over and above, then it means that there's a problem. You bet me raise it out with the employer to check.
Na obi ewo Ghana emane de odno eyi bank account ewo ha se emano emobi send sky de etum emane yi scan money pa no Ghana. Until later on ana bank no e blocking account ni ka chen say fraud. So in this case, that means not a credit score assay. So better who say like how better no go about it.
Okay. But also better will go about it.
How will you go about it for maybe regaining the credit score?
Money laundering and any record. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because no catch and say the friend been a send this kind of money. So we unu nimbibia fa ebia de kwa npa kono de no Ghana no onim na tena about it until later na bank no sending sa message no block here nti ofe bank na bank ne ka chen say say na si and also nim bibia fa ho na bank ne ka so ki omu hwi but after on TV free bank ne ho on TV so the credit score no so I say so how a burden will go about his credit score no?
Right. Into credit score, no, say bank ni say why fraudulent transaction be to say the omo Kenya. Now if you say onye bibisa, then the onus lies on you to prove that. Here is the case I also were done for a Sunday Sikadi Abeto account. How did this friend get hold of your bank account? Because your personal account. It means I now the man. Now the bank account mo be say unima de kodia nipa no the bank account then why did you give the bank account away? Say that say or chiusika into no betimi the dance say oh me the sika chair no into the records ewa and now say ebia me the sika abonebosia into sika no but where is the source of sika no sika no free the wadamfo no de brel no no wadamfo no source of sika no free ebia na sika yeken ebia nyi sika ketwa into say untimi nche the source of sika na then I'm afraid money laundering, and in fact, you're very lucky. Say you have call prison for that. So you're very careful now. With the your records, no, I think after 6 years, it comes off. However, I'm not too very certain, so don't quote me as to what I said with regards to your friend saying. Money laundering, they would take it off, but normally after 6 years, that gets wiped out.
Okay.
And quick one, I think you better Prof. As a Prof, let me say at the moment your current personal allowance no 12,570, so 12,570. So be any sahasicano and below. It means yeah, tax, but any more than that, then you fall into 20% bracket now. Yeah,
Okay.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you, Prof. For I'll say my question is I've lived with my partner for more than 2 years. Obit me apply for 2.5.
On any partner, 2.5 years.
For more than 2 years.
For more than 2 years, okay. Okay.
Obit me apply for 2.5.
Okay. Well, it depends. It depends. And you know, so omatna keke for 2.5 years. Na bibia ni ho a ebetimi agina so se enumti se yeka on kofi a a problem then I'm afraid you better say on kofi no nkoyemba unless otherwise say ebia omo akwala bi wo omo ntema akwala no because her husband no yes settled into akwala no so yes settled in that case no say yeka say on kofi a then we will raise the issue of article 8 family life no near say because of enunti no say yeka say on kofi a wrong and also say ebia ya report bi wo eno no aya na intense senka bibisa ho again ubetumi raise sa issue no to do say bia because of yare we ni yare we ntino ye ka so nkofi a emmoa because bia ono ana ehwe ekunu ana hwe ohwe ayiri ntese yetumi consider no ne ma no kwan na otena krom ha na otumi ehwe ni kunu.
Okay. 0739920848. Hello.
Oh, hi there.
Yes, sir.
It's make this question quickly.
Mpacho kwenda how it you?
Thank you. Pacho, me hear the visit during the Olympics time about 9 years ago. But on call it since now. Me will British citizen. Now me Pacho more advice we are putting on my because on call now we have still.
Pacho so usi ni pano ya odan
Pacho in here. Me were in Ghana.
or ya woyere.
I'm Pacho traditional.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now more mawa mo ntamo ana Pacho.
Pacho de the anima.
Oh, okay. Okay. Right. And you know, well, unfortunately, no, as I saw call back to Ghana, no call application under the spousal route in Appendix FM now or deba. But oh yeah, Juma.
Me Pacho de.
Oh, unya Juma. Now uji benefits ana.
Me retired quite recently about 4 months ago.
But oh yeah, then.
Me retired 4 months ago.
Oh, what retires to say? Until uni any benefits to say benefits PIP ne.
No.
Okay, until just normal pension na this was yeah, well, that's the unfortunate thing because say Usho say only 18,600, you know, for her to make the application from Ghana to come here, unless otherwise and Bawa Montema again she could have relied on the child, you know, to make application and then raise the issue to do with family life. Unfortunately, with your circumstance as it stands now, no, you need to find other routes are obetimi afaso the atena kroma. This is best now. Mommy, when you feel best same patcho.
9 years.
Oh, that be Nymphia and Kasaya say.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, 48. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So yes, you know, there could be other options. Obetimi I pursue. Patcho unya kwaya na wa free office na. Yeah, share a situation off camera and see if there are any other options we could raise.
Actually.
But who office number now?
Pacho David.
0208.
Pacho, go on.
493.
493.
7340.
7340.
Okay, all right. Why?
Thank you.
Okay. Over on so to me after 07399208468. And I'll send a WhatsApp message and a text message, and they are called 07950422780. Me oncophobia or money may contact a platform no so, but your palm of me. I know Bombula me Bobby. 07399208468. And now say over Sunday WhatsApp and text messages now. And they are bringing a war 0795042270. Baraza, I think I've read your message in T. Let's go on to another one from another person.
That's kind of free. Maybe
okay. Lawyer, okay, Koyotu for who come a t-shirt on one side, don't worry. Let me go on to another person. Prof, if there's any other one, pick it and put it on the screen for me now. Lawyer and can you also plan a talk? Okay, age consent, Henry Vladnote, we've dealt with that. Okay, lawyer, we are seeing community resolution order. Is it a criminal conviction and now say a caution? If it is not, do you have to declare it on your DBS? If yes, there's no place to declare the CRO, that is Community Resolution Order, on the DBS form. A bit of a technical question.
Well, yes. I mean, if you have anything at all to do with, having a brush with the law and you're making any application now, which requires you to declare, then you have to declare. And so the community order would have been in place of, maybe a more serious punishment that you would have been given, but perhaps it's been your first time. And so the courts were a bit lenient and said, well, okay, slap on the back of the hand, don't do that again, go and then do a bit of work in the community just to say you're sorry. You still have to declare. But then you still have to declare because, that's the order that the court has made. And so it'd be on there. And for immigration purposes, you would have to declare that. I mean, if you're going to go and look for work, depending on how long that is taking, you may not need to declare. But bear in mind, the DBS check itself, it is not you, saying what you have on your records. But then they go to check on the system to find out what is on there. So then they check and find out what is on there and then bring it. If you know of anything that you've done, which is basically is to have a brush with the law, then by all means say it. If you don't know or you can't remember or you think it's spent, then indeed you don't have to declare because some of the offenses are spent under the Offenders Act, Rehabilitation Act. So then you don't have to declare them.
07399208468. 07399208468. Hello.
Evening.
Good evening.
Dear, sorry, in person, a quick question I may be advice from a lawyer. This year, I have a graduation coming up, 2 graduation, undergrad and masters. I wanted to invite my mom from Ghana. But the issue is
graduations, undergrad and a master's.
Yeah, because not undergrad last year. Undergrad last year because of COVID and no postponed into this year.
Oh, okay. Oh, but still what being because back to back now I have degrees they're easy. But somehow
you paying you say you free.
Well, so you free. That's good. That's pretty good. Okay, but your question, if you will say, I
wanted to invite my mommy and mommy from Ghana. Like she's around 63 years old. But I think to say when you need any strong tie to be our Ghana or application or about Besako. That's my issue because when you say when you I'm free. So I was wondering how to come about it.
Right. Okay. So, as can I appreciate, under the 4.2 Appendix V, what the Home Office caseworker will be looking to find is that when your mother comes to the UK to your graduation, she will go back and not stay here in the UK. Mm-hmm. And that requires your mom to be able to demonstrate that. It's not you, because she's the one that is coming on a visit. So she needs to demonstrate that. And normally we would ask for your mom to show that she had something that holds her back in Ghana, that she would not come to stay here permanently. And those things would be, like you rightly said there, maybe she's got property in Ghana, she's got a husband in Ghana, she's got other children, she's part of a union, maybe she's working, and all of those things would count. Now, you say she hasn't got a land. Has she got a place where she is living? Is she renting that property? That's good enough, because where you're renting is your home. So even though you're renting from somebody, it is still your home. It is your home, excluding anybody else who is not entitled to be in there. So yes, if you've got a tenancy agreement to that, to say, this property has been given to me for a period of 2 years, and so, well, I'm going for a short period of time, I'm going to come back. This is where I live. This is my permanent place of residence. Then indeed, yes, you can use that to show. If you're not working, then how do you survive in Ghana? Again, perhaps your son in the UK is looking after you. So he sends you money. This is what you use the money for. And so you can account for what that money is being used for. So you're dependent on your child.
Lawyer, Masa, question is it not common sense to say, when you're 63, and then you know
Oh, yes. Well, but there are people who are over 70s.
Or diabetes or insulin,
Right. Well, I mean, diabetes, in itself would not even add anything to it, because it's not a medical condition. You could say it's overly serious.
They're quite serious. Okay.
Then at least the obvious question would be, obvious baby say, who feels over Ghana now be a insulin, and there may be better facilities here, better medicines here.
Of course,
how
yes.
would you answer that question?
Of course, yes. The decision making, is very subjective, and all of these questions popping through your mind, the same things will be coming, yes, of course, to the forefront of the mind of the person that is making the decision. So they will be looking at all of these things and be asking questions.
Would it be advisable? Would it be advisable, Sebia, or such an application, or lawyer, or probably even look through your application and sana wasn't it?
Well, of course, it's always advisable, sir, if the and you feel, sir, opposition any stronger, it's best to go and see an expert. At least obetimi put together a story for you from your story. Now, or they what sprinkle spices go. Now, what's your home office? DNTR o mamia or bavicity a hum se obeba. Ebia ne baba kopa no. Na nyamia ye wadom watumi akọ school pon mienu within a short period of time. But because of the distance, say ibia omunyina kora ntimi amba na ma me ba na obe supporto nimunyam sha odi ahye no na ono soso na nitimije na ebusuani nyina nimunyam hye ne ba ebeye kama, because graduation ye ne ba akopɛ ye nye no mpremienu. This is the only opportunity ye mami or was obetimi I enjoy the labor any sebe share wa show bedu sam pempen so no we any opportunity obetimi na ono so what me enjoy sa ehwe no ama ono so ne kraba no say se sebe me kra na mente brofo me sikate brofo because ni sika no dey show exactly, yes.
Boss, I think probably I would advise for office no more interest story if we can put it together for you.
I was definitely going to see them, because somebody said sure so you guys could help in the best office.
Okay, so what number?
Thank you very much. Yeah, Mpachai.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Thanks for your call. Breno, maybe I will take one final call if there's any one coming through. And yes, Adiana, you beg call just about a short break for lawyer to grab a drink. Then we'll come to our quiz, which is one very interesting segment of our program. So, okay, nuggets. Now, let me even read it again for you. Now, you see at here. Okay, yes, now me boss so, and we had to take that quick breather. Employees are protected by law from unauthorized payments being taken from their pay. Workers or wages are defined as payments that are properly payable to the worker on that occasion. That is Section 13(3) of the Employment Right Act of 1996. The law on unlawful deduction of wages relates to underpayment or non-payment of an employee's wage or salary without permission or consent. Where lawful deduction has occurred, you can bring an action, but within 3 months. You can bring an action, but within 3 months. You must always send a grievance letter to try and settle it amicably, however. The types of wages or wage disputes you can claim for include holiday pay, sick pay and bonuses where you have either not been paid or there have been deductions from your full earnings and entitlements where your employer had no right to deduct from you. Okay. I think there's somebody who is on the call now. Let me quickly pick that one up. Now, oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's gone off. Sorry about that. Baraza, well, I'll pick it up later on. Okay, now it's 20 minutes before the end of the program. Alex, I'm expecting your call when we are finished with the program. And I think so Kwejo to 4. Yes, we will be talking after the program. I'll call you. Hello?
Yeah, good evening, Director.
Yes, Uncle.
And
Ajuma Boko. Now, also, I want to say.
Boko Nyankupando. I'm also a BWF also.
Yeah, you Google.
I come a question. Now, who program now more yet? Now, I'm going to come with a question about Zambrano. I don't know
a question about what, Zambrano?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Pacho, you too.
Oh, me Pacho, me what down for be on them. Now, or yeah, family route, you know. At the initial stage, no man 2.5. Or then the partner work or by no primary carer.
Okay.
At the initially no man 2.5. But the next application, no, or partner or also British, and Colani British.
Okay.
And or they also document the support to an. Then he apply for 2.5 based on Sakolana and your name.
Okay.
But no, it wasn't any professional help. Coming back, no, may you never free Akolana so, Edna Babato or Barney so. As a spouse, but I still 2.5.
Okay.
But here is the case, so Bano, Oma, indefinite no or one. There's a problem with it. Meanwhile, Akolana should the banner or bus system. So I'm just wondering, at the moment, now that the person is stuck, the never two spouses are so. But then there's a problem with the indefinite. With the spousal, we know. And the banner I'm just wondering, so we can apply for Zambrano Nana. We give financial help. He's a second parent on the school. Like, your friend is saying. This court order, Colani court 2 weeks in each other parents. I'm just looking at the chances. Say, or apply for Zambrano now. What are the chances?
Okay. A bit of a complex question.
Well, I mean, the simple answer is no. Only me apply for Zambrano because you're mamia or no idea can or you're settled or you're settled or some sort of leave. Even though I hear your friend is saying maybe 2.5 years ago. But the problem is, omo nyina nkwa omo ntimbo. Ana nyesa na 70. But also say na omo
On it, my many Akolani Tibum, but Papa no entimum or to different address. Even though he's got 2 weeks, he spent every other week on Akolani.
Yeah, no. The best bet is obey application, under the family life route, to say so, or direct access, but Zambrano will not, work. It'll be failing. Yeah. Now, I said the indefinite, but then I buy indefinite,
Indefinite, Nipana or Bane Papano. Edenigi indefinite, Obani Papa was caught up for a false whatever documentation. It affected all the line down to the bottom. And now, where here's the case, we lose your friend says. We lose the banner, route now no work on. About the two Obani the NSO. Then
but that cannot be right. So on the Marmanin then how did they make a decision based on the partner rule? That's not possible.
Only Papa no at the time no Montia. At the time now we apply now we are indefinite no. Now we still under system. The partner now no. Almost yinaba beto so no. The indefinite no nya no. This a different partners na make count. The old partner is living with the child. And no, the first 2 years, initial 2.5 years, no, it was based on. But you never Akolana the so Akolana on anything. I'm a new partner now on any TCC because all your new application or the new partner now on any TCC bago.
Ordinate also say, send you Nikununti, honestly, a man in 2.5 years now.
On the line, no call. But who either probably immediately after the show, no, just call the studio line, and answer, call the office and speak to the lawyers. At least you can have a lengthier time to really explain your issue, no. Okay, now, lawyer, mpasa me quiz, no. Enti mami send my boss so me sheda na me ready me nugget ne ebio mami ensign emfa emra Ama is employed by Care Limited as a carer working 20 hours part-time in a month but what offer no time na apahunti don't worry why so in December 2020 his employer asked him to cover a colleague who was unwell. Ama worked 20 extra hours during that period ono ankasa ne 20. And the colleague na oyare no or for that period in so ama atame no say oyare o ntime ma enti no cover no year 20 extra hours. Time was so in the wages ebaya. It did not reflect the extra hours agreed that he worked. His supervisor asked for his this shortfall from the supervisor. Kayan samasa because Obama had 20 extra hours. But the supervisor and HR claimed he was not entitled to the extra hours work because he was contracted to work only part-time. Amasi we pa there and that. Jenakai, Mentiasia. Ama wants to know when he can bring an action against his employers and in which court. Within 2 years at the county court close to where he lives. Number 2, after 3 months from the last deduction and at the employment tribunal. 3, within 3 months from the last deductions and at the employment tribunal. And 4, within 3 months, but he must send a grievance letter to the employer. Tricky. Me see answers in so. Choose one and let's go. 1, within 2 years and at the county court close to where he lives. 2, after 3 months from the last deduction and at the employment tribunal. 3, within 3 months from the last deduction and at the employment tribunal. Then 4, within 3 months, but he must send a grievance letter to the employer. Okay, now let's quickly go to your answers. Obviously, send the text as a bar 07950422780, and I'll say put it on the chat or Facebook, any WhatsApp. In the meantime, let me recognize Regina Asamoah. You are watching with us. Dennis Opon, thank you. Nanaki Maswell, you are watching. Boabu Sumpim. Koyotu for Bome Chisa Gidi T-shirt, Mr. Fremi. Okay, now let's get the answers. Sandra Fraser, thank you very much. Sandra, and Minto Kapi, what's happening? Baraza, thank you for watching. You also say the answer is number 3. Tricia Leo Dobio, you're watching, thank you very much. Rebecca Mwako, essay answer number 2. Number 2, which one is number 2? After 3 months from the last deduction end at the employment tribunal. Tilly Mills, essay number 3. Now, this one, a new lesson of life. Okay. We didn't about WhatsApp and also a new lesson of life. Minia, UK number no end in 099. Also, the answer is the third one, which is within 3 months from the last deduction end at the employment tribunal. Ebiu yenwe for so the day okay, Tilly, I've read yours. Alexa say essay number 4. Ben Parry on YouTube also said number 4. Fred Amwa, I think I've read your question. I didn't that GCB you're trying because we run out of time. We have to do another thing here. Abna Ativo said number 3. Abna Ativo, let me know if you have received your parcel. If not, please advise me. I know I was out and had a flat battery. Oh, Sandra, you didn't have to put this down. 0795042280. But which other answer do we have? That's all. Okay, now I'm in court lawyers. Lawyer, Ama essay why Juma. Why 20 hours? Obi yare na main cover na ma ye T say number 3. Okay na. Oh. Obi yare na main cover na. Ma cover na we ma 20 extra hours. Ave dey must mun 20 extra hours because maybe one more for part time. And part time na I was say e tua me ho I can no one kata so. How come?
Well, I think say omo person omo chinchi mamansa. Amanso de se unim so ofibukom. Because why adwuma no.
That's right.
And omunim so ba fa na part time adan na omu hu se ogina ho na oye adwuma no. Oman kasa amaya fa part time en pass bi akofi. Amatwa ama na ye adwuma na wi na edu se ebetua ne ka na afi ne ebeka so why adwuma part time. Anyway, I don't think it sounds right. Ama ye adwuma no and why adwuma no dia necessary tua ne ka. So ye tua ne ka we raise that with the employers no until at least why na famu dia raise say okay adwuma ama ye ni mo asoma hu say ma ye adwuma no. In fact munim say esimesi obenten wan ma adwuma ntino obi na ye adwuma no ma no ma ye adwuma no ntino se mutua me ka. So mo ntua ne ka no mabu mo aso omobu nuego masuma. Then of course Ama will have a course to pursue this further. Now send you kind from your script, you know, the nuggets now you share, you know. You will say within 3 months, you know, as I said, ultimately take steps. Now oko resist issue, you know, with the tribunal. Now omo edihu ejuma edema because of say omo edidiate sasika unlawfully. Either so more into young farmer and also say be a omatia through aketue ni nyina no e ya de krona because enya wo na authorize sa deduction is car ss per adwuma na waye no omutua oka it is omo ntua oka dia na unfortunately it's illegal ss ultimately taking it but within 3 months said ubetimi meet requirement of the time.
But I'm confused, Kaka.
Yes, I know you're confused with the number 4. No? I don't know.
Yes,
if
within
that is
3.
the case,
that's right. Within 3 months from the last deductions.
Yeah.
And at the employment tribunal, and at the other ones, say within 3 months, when you have sent a grievance letter.
Yes, I mean, I think said number 3, takes care of the facts and presumes that Ama had done all of those things because you can't question now. I say Ama raise grievance with employers. No? Right. So that is the bit of the tweak now. My question, you know, tricky, and then who choose who answer now. I say yes, I request you know. Answer why you careful now when we did question?
Yeah, choosing number 4 yet.
Well, I think you know.
Okay,
that is what it is because the number 3 no takes care of the fact say Ama raise grievance no data with the employer no send a question the kind. So then we take away that, and that is what the number 4 is captured again. But the impenisa the Matre no takes care of the fact that we'll go through all of the processes, no, including even having informed ACAS to see say ombetimi aye the resolution about and then your last resort, no, will be to go to the adjudicator to make sure say ombetimi.
I will say a year employment tribunal rather than court.
Yes, employment tribunal. Yes, employment tribunal.
20 hours the enso court.
Well, so assembly about to be or baby, you know, yeah, they call. You know, say employment issue. You find say you be you know, they call her court abra mudi in some fufro. Say be a court na ma order say na employment tribunal for na ma order say yentua usika say na jumaifo no ebubu nua goma suma. Then you can go further and go to the court to go and claim for that money back in the small claims court. So yes, you know, we start here free, baby SSL will start free. Okay. And then if it comes to it, wait me go further and then go to the courts.
You also say, yes, I've got the answer correct. Yeah, and then my fight actually be on to but you remember, damn it. My who's for damn it, because we try answer no, but yeah, if one say antina tricky what question if I say I'm going to give you a T-shirt, then I'll honor it. But some kind I'm famedamica because you got the answer correct, myself. Because my who's a damn T-shirt car. Min can't some amount a T-shirt, but as a old damica and maybe I would have fun. Oh yeah, I'm meeting what to do. Okay, thank you very much, Ricky Eboche, for coming on. Josephine Atan, so thank you for coming on. Sansoso and Yawo Jima Boache, Lyrical Black, and Kwame Ata Jima Munyina Moba. The answer is number 3. Within 3 months from the last deductions and at the employment tribunal. And the quiz no ABC na fe yeba nyaba summarize na yedi jumedi no aba na wie. We are live on Facebook BWF Solicitors. We are live on YouTube and also BWF Solicitors. We're live on YouTube and Facebook BW Communications, which comprises BW TV and a BW Radio. Program ye at 7 p.m. It will be live again on BW Radio. And so BW Radio will call Modern Ghana platform. So we type in BW Radio. No, about we have news, sports, and all the legal education programs are here Thursday, Friday, Saturday mornings, and a Saturday afternoon. And thank you very much for joining us. Laura, in a minute or so, and me has a squeezy time no. We discussed Article 8, family life of a parent, and whether it ends when the child turns 18. Can you briefly summarize that for me?
Right. So we just want to say big thank you to all of our listeners and those who've been watching us on our various platforms. That's our wonderful host has just summed it all up for us. Yes, we've been discussing Article 8 and how that applies to your immigration application. If you're here in the UK and you have a child who's a qualifying child as defined under the law in 117 D of the Nationality, Immigration and Asylum Act 2002, then you would have some sort of family life with that child, and so you could make an application under the immigration rules to live here with that child. Now, what we've been asking is whether or not, if that child turns 18 years, that right to make the application on the basis of your family life with that child ends. Now, we've seen from our discussions that no, indeed, it doesn't. If indeed that family life is still continuing, then yes, you can make an application based on that child. We've also looked at the fact that family life itself basically can be determined on a factual basis. And so we've seen the case of Asfar Uddin, and we've seen the case of Singh, we've seen Kugata, all of which have described how we can determine indeed if there's still the existence of family life. And Asfar Uddin prominently says that if there's a continuity of cohabitation, then indeed we can say, even though that child is come of age and is 18 years, the fact that they're still living together, the fact that there's cohabitation, and the fact that they're not living independent or have formed their own family life, then indeed we can say there is family life going on in there. And so, yes, you could still rely on that child to renew your application each time it expires. And even beyond that, once you're on that route, you stay on that route till the end, even though the child is 10, 18, or has become a young adult. So yes, this is what we've been deliberating on the Community and the Law show, on all the other platforms. We thank you all so very much for tuning in as always. We're very grateful for your support. We pray that you continue to support us and you come back to join us again next week when we set up another table.
Well, Abusia, need I say more? Young lawyer and your guest, special one for today, lawyer Patrick, or your lawyer, BWF Solicitors Ejumemu. He's been gracious to take up all the questions, even though we had a particular topic we brought for discussion. But we are happy to say that we'll be back again same time next week on the same platform with another wonderful edition of the Community and the Law. Asada Enko Emma, Professor Ade, my studio manager and director, and also to Sheila Ankra Padmo Dodu for the production work behind the scenes all throughout the week. To lawyer Patrick, my special guest, thank you. To lawyer Asma and to lawyer Richard and lawyer Eunice, thank you all. And to the main man himself, Bernard Owusu, the senior partner of BWF Solicitors, Sandra Akia, and all the other workers and members of the BW family. We say thank you so very much. And to you who spent 2 hours listening and watching and sharing as well, thank you so very much. I mean, ensure also now for ensign and ko emra and metriyen. That's it. Bye-bye.
Everybody say, say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things